What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is now December, which means we are verging into the more winter foods. So I decided to make a winter pesto with the greens from carrots, otherwise known as carrot tops, and some kale. I also used pecans instead of a traditional pine nut or walnut. I also shredded up some of the dark meat turkey, which is my favorite, from our Thanksgiving dinner, and I added that in. And then there were some skins still attached to the dark meat, so I just put them in a pan and fried them with a tiny bit of olive oil until all the fat was rendered out. They're not completely crispy at that point, but once the fat is rendered out, you can take them out, put them on a paper towel, and once the fat is kind of patted off of them, they pretty much become crispy right away. So once that happened, I just chopped it up, put it on top, topped it with a little bit more parmesan cheese, and oh my gosh, this pasta, how cool is it? It is called Fusilli della Regina, and I got it from the same place that I got those really big giant fusilli from. So I will link the store in the description of the video so that you can get these for yourself. The brand is La Fabbrica della Pasta, and it is a product from Italy. It's a very good quality pasta, and it is made with 100% semolina. Trying to find the best quality non-gluten-free pastas. I just love pasta with a good chew. I haven't really found any gluten-free pastas that I love, not to say that I won't use any, but for just regular pasta dishes, I like to stick to the gluten one. I'm very excited about this, guys. There are so many greens in this, so much kale. I think I used, what, like 2.5, 3 cups of kale. Delicious and nutritious. P.S. There's like so many things happening behind my house right now. The community that I'm living in is putting in like new fiber optic cables or something, and the gentleman outside have assured me that they're not going to be making any more noise today, but you know how that goes. Huh? And I'm sure you guys saw when I was preparing this, I did not have it on the stovetop. I'm honestly not sure if I could have put it on the stove or not. I looked up a regular pesto recipe, and basil is just really finicky with heat, and so for that reason they did not put it on the stovetop. It was a basil pesto recipe. So for this, I don't think that kale you'd have a problem with. I'm not entirely sure about the carrot tops, but I figured this is easy. Just put the cooked pasta in a bowl with, you know, if you're using a meat, you can add that meat into the bowl, just some pasta water, and your pesto. And it's really just however much you want. I mean, I ended up putting about a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of pesto. The recipe that that I made at the beginning will make more than you need, most likely, unless you're making like 2 or 3 pounds of pasta. All right, guys. I'm so excited to try this. Just want you guys to see this too. How much fun are they? All right, guys. Cheers, bon appetito, all the things. Oh my gosh. That's so good. And so hearty tasting. Let me get a piece of this turkey skin. essential. Honestly, I should have taken the skins off of the rest of the turkey that we have left over for this. The turkey is so good with this. Really, really great way to use up your leftovers. I like just recently discovered, by the way, that you could even eat carrot tops, like that they were good to eat. So I think it's so fun to be able to use them in all these different recipes. I think the flavor profile of them is similar to parsley. So this tastes very herby. The thing I love about pesto, aside from the fact that there's like tons of greens in it, like you can make it with spinach, herbs, greens like chard or kale, but there's also like tons of garlic and a lot of good fats, like unsaturated fats, like olive oil, nuts. And when you add meat to it, it becomes like super well balanced. And pasta. Mm. I am so excited about some of the dishes that I have for you guys this month. So excited. Mostly for the pasta dishes, which there will be quite a few of, I think. It's that crispy turkey skin, I'm telling you. Obviously, if you are vegan or a vegetarian, you could leave out the turkey skins, and the Parmesan cheese if you want. Nutritional yeast is salty and very cheesy tasting. So if you wanted to add nutritional yeast to your pesto, you could absolutely try that instead. I'm not sure in what amount you would need, or if they have like a vegan substitute for Parmesan cheese, you could add that. Really, you're looking for something that's salty with kind of like a sharp cheesy bite. The nice thing about pesto though is you're just blending it all in a food processor. So you could just add a little bit at a time, taste as you go. You could split it into different bowls. Like you can make the pesto without the cheese, split it into a few different bowls, and then test the nutritional yeast with a vegan cheese. And again, I reserved quite a bit of pasta water. So if your pasta sits for a while or you end up having some for leftovers, you can just add some pasta water to it and it'll just wake up the whole sauce. I mean, the pasta water is really what gives body to the sauce. And in this case, you definitely want to reserve more. Since the pasta water does make up the majority of the sauce, you're going to end up using probably a cup or so of pasta water per pound. And with leftovers, you might need another cup and a half. So I'd say reserve at least 2 cups of pasta water. I've just started keeping it in my fridge, by the way, like in a mason jar. Just always have reserved pasta water in the fridge. Also, if you don't want to make extra pesto, pesto freezes fine, by the way. So I actually might freeze some of the rest that I have. But if you wanted just enough to make the pasta, I'd say just like half the recipe. Another thing that would be so good with this, I can't believe I didn't add it, honestly, the calabrian chili pepper paste. Oh my gosh, guys. If you added that to the bowl with the pasta, like with the hot pasta and the pasta water, and just tossed it together to kind of release those oils, and then added the pesto in and mixed that around, oh my gosh. I feel like the acid in that calabrian chili pepper paste together with the spice would do like amazing things for this. Funny, the last time I can remember having a pesto-like pasta. I believe it was aglio e olio with just like a ton of fresh parsley in it. It was in New Zealand, so that was like 3 years ago. Definitely had spice to it. I'll put the name of the city that we were visiting here because I can't remember if it's like Hamilton, something like that. And it was listed on like one of the best things to eat in that town. It was, oh my gosh, so good. They did just a regular spaghetti with it. I've been loving experimenting with these different pasta shapes though, especially from this brand, La Fabbrica della Pasta. They only bronze dye their pastas, which is apparently a long and delicate drying at low temperature, which, is that better? I'm not sure. All right, the lighting is starting to get weird. Seriously guys, I need to figure out a studio situation. I can't tell you how frustrating it is when I finally like have something ready and it looks beautiful, and then I sit down and the sun is reflecting off of the neighbor's window across the street. Just on the positive side, I do get to make hand puppets. Alright guys, I am feeling pretty good right now, so I'm going to stop. I want to really drive home the point. I am not trying to overeat in any of these videos. I generally know exactly how much I'm able to eat, how much I should eat, and that ends up being about how much I can tolerate most of the time anyways. I don't want to be promoting overeating. I like to put out big portions for you guys because it looks really nice. And typically, when you look up a recipe, it's for a family of 4. And that's kind of how I've always cooked. I've just made a full recipe. I've never made like food just for myself or just for me and Shane, unless I'm throwing something together and not following a recipe. And especially with pasta, like I'm not gonna make half a pound of pasta. It just seems ridiculous. If y'all are interested in kind of what I do, how I eat, how I track my food, and of course my workouts, everyone's always commenting on my shoulders and my biceps and everything. I have included the workouts in the fitness program so that you guys can do what I do. The link to sign up is in the description of the video if you're interested. Happy to answer any questions you might have about it. Just DM me at Cake2Fitness on Instagram and I will be happy to answer whatever questions you have. All right guys, I'm like literally blinded by the light now. Blinded by the light. Da, 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 da. Honestly, I have no idea what the are. I feel like this would have been appropriate in the Halloween video. It ain't Halloween anymore though, is it? Alright guys, with all that being said, thanks for joining today. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for showing up for me and supporting me all the time. It means so much to me. Comment below what you thought about this video, what you'd like to see me eat next, and I will see you guys next time.